Good morning dear students, welcome to Genesis. Here I am with another new chapter from your syllabus, pollution. So before we understand pollution, let me explain what is waste. When we say waste, we basically talk about something which is undesirable or which is not required. So these undesirable substances, they are produced at commercial levels, in the industries, in community activities, in agricultural farm, and all these waste, if not treated well, can cause lots and lots of harm to the nature. So, waste is unwanted material or substances resulting from industrial, commercial mining, agricultural operations and from community activities, that is our day-to-day activities. Now, these are categorized under two headings. Number one, biodegradable waste. I will call any waste biodegradable if that can be broken down by microorganisms, say bacteria or fungi, and they have to be broken down into non-toxic or harmless substances. Then I will call it biodegradable. So they are broken down by microorganism into harmless and non-toxic substances. Now since they become harmless and non-toxic, so even when they are collected at one place, they do not cause any pollution. So they will not cause any pollution. Examples: cow dung, leaves, daily kitchen waste like potato peel, eggshells, then pieces of wood, anything that comes from a living source will be definitely biodegradable. On the other hand, those substances which cannot be broken down by microorganisms because of their chemical composition, hence they cannot be simplified into non-toxic or harmless substances. As a result of which, when they start to get accumulated, wherever they are getting accumulated, be it soil or air or water, they will cause pollution. So they are known as non-biodegradable. These substances cannot be broken down by microorganisms and definitely they are going to cause pollution. You need to remember all the examples that I have mentioned here under non-biodegradable, like styrofoam, metallic cans, electronic waste, plastics, glass. They are all non-biodegradable. Now let us understand what is pollution. See, pollution is the process where you are adding any such constituent to air, water or land which can deteriorate the natural condition of that environment. That is called pollution. So, addition of any constituent to air, water and land which can deteriorate the natural quality of that environment, that is called pollution. But then what are pollutants? Pollutants are those substances or those constituents which when added to air, water or land cause pollution. As per our syllabus, we are going to study 5 different types of pollution. What are those? Air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, radiation, that means pollution that is caused due to radiations, and finally noise pollution. Now let us study air pollution in details. See, air pollution definitely means degradation in the quality of the air. Now this degradation in the quality of the air can be due to addition of any pollutant, but this will badly affect the living organisms as well as certain objects in that area like monuments and bridges. Air pollution again is categorized under 2 kinds. One is gaseous air pollution, that means it is caused because of addition of some poisonous gases, and these gases can come from various sources. Another kind of air pollution is not because of gases but because of particulate matter, that means they are very, very tiny particles. Now how are these added into the air? Now these can come from smoke, dust, mining and then stone drilling, and it can also be produced by wearing of tires when they roll on the roads. Now, what are the various sources of air pollution? When we study sources of air pollution, we categorize them under natural and man-made. So, if it is a natural source like volcanoes, forest fires and storms, can we really stop them? No, we cannot. So, they are not under human control. On the other hand, we must worry about the man-made sources of air pollution. Now, these man-made sources are caused by us and definitely they are under our control. Now, to understand these man-made sources of air pollution, we are going to mainly find out those trigger areas from where these pollutants are produced. They are, number 1, vehicular, that means they are coming from vehicles. Second, industrial. Third, garbage. And fourth, brick kilns. All of these 4 that I have mentioned, they are all man-made and they are all under our control. So we are just not going to study about them. We are also going to find out how can we reduce the level of pollution created by these sources. Well, now let us understand vehicular pollution. Of course, the name suggests that this pollution is basically sourced from vehicles like cars, buses, railway engines, trucks, everything. Now, the kind of pollution caused by these vehicles, they are of two types, okay? One, gaseous pollution, where they are adding poisonous gases to the air. So, what kind of gases are added? Sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. The other level of pollution caused by the same vehicle is under the heading of particulate pollution. This wearing of the rubber tires produces particulate matter. Similarly, the dust which is produced from the road also enhances the particulate pollution. So, both the kinds of pollution, gaseous as well as particulate pollution, are caused by the vehicles. Now, since this kind of pollution is man-made, so definitely we have a way to control. Let us try to see how can we control vehicular pollution. Number one, use of efficient engines. That means we are going to use such engines in the vehicles which will produce less smoke, and there will be more utilization of the fuel but production of less smoke. Second is use of good quality automobile fuel. Again, cheaper fuels will produce more smoke, so we should use good quality fuel which will reduce the emission of the smoke. Third, lead-free petrol. So we basically use petrol and we add lead to it. This question is for you to answer. Write down the answer in the comment box that why do we do that. But instead, if we use lead-free petrol, it produces less pollution. And the last one is to use a cleaner variety of fuel, which is CNG, compressed natural gases. They produce very less smoke and they are environment friendly. Now let us discuss the other three sources of air pollution. This is industrial air pollution. Industrial air pollution refers to the industries. Now these can be small industries as well as the large industries. Large industries or big industries like automobile industries, drug manufacturing industries, oil refineries, and small industries like pottery industry or a carpet weaving industry. No matter whether the industry is big or small, they contribute to air pollution. So let's see what kind of pollutants they produce. See, the gaseous pollutants that they produce, they are mainly sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. Apart from that, they also produce particulate pollutants like especially these stone drilling industries. They generate lots and lots of fine particles of stone. And the mining industry, mining of coal and mining of metals, they also produce a lot of particulate matter. So all of these together end up into air pollution. There is a type of air pollution about which we must also know. That type is known as smog. See, smog occurs when there is culmination of many factors together. So smog will be formed when there is smoke plus there is dust particles and fog. What is fog? We know fog are the water droplets which are present in the air. When they get cooled, then they form fog. So when all the three factors come together, then a type of air pollution is created which is known as smog. Remember one thing, smog is very dangerous. It is just not dangerous to plants but a lot more dangerous to us. Why? Because they cause lots of allergies and respiratory disorders in human beings. The next source of air pollution is burning of garbage. When I say garbage, this can be your basic kitchen garbage or any form of garbage. When these are burnt, whether you burn them in open or you burn them in closed enclosure, it is always better to burn them in closed enclosure than to burn it in open, because they release lots and lots of carbon dioxide and smoke, and all these gases, they can cause many health hazards to human beings. And the third and the last one is the source called brick kilns. We know these are those enclosures where bricks are formed. Remember, these are enclosed areas and they are kept at very high temperature. So the kind of pollutants that they basically produce includes ash, second broken bricks, they add up to particulate pollution, and then smoke, and lastly lots of heat. So the air which is around the brick kiln will definitely be warmer, and this warm air that gets produced is equal threat to the environment. So with this we finish this lecture. I am meeting you again with the next topic, which is soil pollution. Till then, keep revising and do not forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.